How do I love myself?
This is always my favorite question. Because I think every day I learn more and more about how to answer this. And for the rest of my life, for as long as I'm living, I'm going to keep learning how to answer this question. Because there's some times that you wake up in the morning and your day doesn't go so well. And maybe you take that out on everybody around you. I end up going to bed that night not loving myself so much. Or maybe thinking I could have done better. And so what I've learned to do is to have compassion. Compassion means that I will be kind and patient and gentle with exactly who I am and how I show up at any moment, at any given day. So how I love myself is by giving myself some time to breathe. 3 breaths, especially when I'm angry. Or 3 breaths when I start to have feelings of insecurity or compare myself to other people. I take 3 breaths when I'm so excited because I have so much to share with the world, but I want to make sure first that I share it with myself. I take 3 breaths. And then I sit there. And I either sing or I teach or I cry or I talk softly with my friends or my loved ones about what doesn't make me feel good. But I learned that the more that I do this, all of the things, or most of the things that come out of my mouth, I respect. I believe. They're mine. And I love those thoughts. And as more and more as I've done that, I feel this love for who I am and how I show up. It's like checking off the boxes. Have you been good to yourself and good to the people around you today? 9 times out of 10. Did you wake up this morning and have something that made you feel good on the inside? Yes, outside of that one Twizzler. That made me feel good anyway. Did you give thanks for waking up this morning? Yeah, did that. So sometimes when I have those checks, those boxes to check off, those things to check in with, those ways of making sure that I walk the way that I want to walk and talk the way that I want to talk, and I'm showing up the way that I believe that I'm supposed to, it reminds me how much there is to love. And then when I sit in front of all of my young people and their beautiful faces, that reminds me how much I love myself, because they're just reflections of me. I'm just reflections of them. And when I look at my nieces, oh my gosh, I love myself. When I see my mama and she puts her hand on her hip like this, I love myself. Those are all the ways that I remember how to show up as much as possible in love with myself.